Okay, welcome to episode 0 of our new podcast. We are calling it Peregrine Red Jason, like a peregrine falcon, because peregrine means travel, and I'm Jason.
And I'm Raj.
So, why don't we begin by telling you a little bit about ourselves first? I am a computer programmer. I'm actually just finishing up my degree now, and I want to, make apps and games and all sorts of fun stuff like that.
And I am a travel journalist. I love to make videos about travel and cultures. So I'm really looking forward to doing that.
Yes, we both love to travel a lot. So we thought we'd share our experiences while we do that. Just some of our thoughts, maybe some things we've seen, or some issues about traveling, and we just want to have a discussion, like a longer format than, say, some of the videos we do, or some of the maybe blogs and stuff that we do, stuff like that.
That's right, just to give you a different way of looking at our experiences and hopefully experiences that you will get inspired to do for yourself.
Right on, yes. And so we get to interact this way together more than we do on some of our other media forms. So hopefully you'll enjoy and give us a listen. So basically we are starting our new trip. We're calling it World Trip 2 because we've already done a world trip, and we are just leaving South Korea.
But let's go back to 2006 when it all started. So it was back in 2006 when we first left Canada, right, Jason?
That's right.
We were getting really bored in Canada, right?
Yeah, so, we were just working the regular old Joe jobs, I guess.
The 9 to 5 jobs, right?
Yeah, and we really had a strong inclination about wanting to see the world. I remember you really wanted to see Thailand a lot.
Oh, yeah. I've always dreamed of traveling since I was like a teenager. It was always in me. It just kept coming to me over and over again. It just never just left me.
Right
ever.
on, yes.
So 2006 was the year we decided to come to Korea.
You got it. Yeah, it was a way for us to, work and travel. And, we had student debts from university and stuff. So, traveling gets hard.
Oh, those student debts.
Yeah, that's
Such
right.
a burden.
Exactly. So yeah, we were able to work and travel and do that. So we actually ended up staying in Korea for 2 years.
That's right. And then we left Korea after that with a really awesome plan. Getting inspired by traveling while we were in Korea, a few countries here and there, right? We went to what? Australia and Japan?
Yeah, Australia, Japan, India the first time.
And then later China and the Philippines.
That's right. And Thailand also.
And Thailand. Of course, Thailand was the first place we went to once
right.
we arrived in Korea. Anyway, so forwarding to 2008, we decided to do a world trip.
Yes, World Trip version 1.
That's
so
right.
yeah, that was one of the most amazing experiences of our lives. We basically just made a dream trip. We picked all the countries that we wanted to visit and made like a little route, selecting as many of them as we could that time and budget basically would allow. So it was so fantastic.
We call those our golden years, right? Our golden years.
So then what are these going to be?
Oh, man.
Was it better than platinum years?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All
Okay. Well, just quickly, we just went through Europe, right? And the Middle East,
yep.
Syria, right?
Yeah,
Israel.
Egypt and stuff.
And then we went to Asia.
Yes.
It was fantastic. Straight 12 months of traveling.
Yeah. And then we actually, while we were in Korea, we went to Taiwan also.
That's right.
And we liked it a lot, so we thought we'd stay there for a bit. And we ended up staying for a year working.
After the trip.
Yeah, well, in the middle of the trip, I guess, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then after that year, we finished up the stuff that we wanted to do on our trip in Southeast Asia. And we thought we were ready to head back home, but I guess we weren't.
Yeah, we went to Canada and we stayed there for about 9 months, hoping to settle down. Truly settle down in Canada.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Personally, I found it a little bit boring. I was just not having a good time, and I was wanted to start my computer science degree and really get into that and learn about that. And finding a job and doing it was going to be pretty difficult and daunting task.
Yeah, so we came up with a really great plan. We thought, well, why not just go back to Korea, teach some English, work for short hours, right? Have short hours during the week, and then use the other time to finish your studies, and in my case, work on my media projects, and save up some money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that worked out pretty well. Well, our first job, I mean, was a little heavier on the hours, but we figured that out after a while, and yeah, really started to get into a groove with things. And so now I'm almost wrapping up, and you've made quite a few videos and written a few articles. So.
And this is 4 years later. So when we
Yes.
went back to Korea, it was 2011, and 2015, that brings us to today.
Yes.
October 2015, we decided to leave South Korea.
That's right, yeah. So, I mean, we'd been planning it for a while because after our first world trip, we kind of made a promise to ourselves that within 5 years, we would do something like that again. Because on our first trip, we never even hit Central or South America. And there were some countries on our list that we kind of wanted to throw in there. But, you know, going through Europe and the Middle East and then Asia leaves you pretty far from South America, right? So
That's right, that's right. So now we're planning to leave South Korea and head to Chiang Mai. And we have so many reasons as to why we have decided to leave Korea. So for myself, it was time to have a little shake up in my life. You know, I was starting to get bored again, like teaching English, 7 years of it. I didn't want to do any more of that. You know, I wanted to start pursuing what I really had a passion for, which is, you know, making travel videos and writing and photography.
For me, I felt that I also needed a shake-up in my life as well. I mean, I'd been working on my degree, or I have been working on my degree and working at the same time for quite a while. That, you know, it's really difficult. Lots of people do it, I know, but it's not easy, right? Working and studying and doing exams and staying up late, you know, takes a toll. And you know, I didn't really want to be teaching either. It was just kind of like, I kind of considered it my second job with studying my first job. So if you hear a noise, that's a fly. Sorry about that. He's kind of bothering us right now. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I was ready to go, and you know, I didn't want to stay another winter and be all miserable and cold while I was studying too.
Yeah,
So-
we could have stayed a little bit longer in Korea, but it was the winter. I just don't like winters. Just feel really cold. And I was just dreaming of like nice hot weather. Thailand, nice hot
Thailand.
weather, have no winter. How
Yes.
awesome is that, right?
Exactly.
And you know, another thing was besides trying to pursue my passions, I just felt like there was something missing in Korea in terms of travel. Like we have been there for 6 years.
Right, yeah, and we kind of started like when we first came to Korea, you know, we went to a bunch of places and we traveled all around Korea, and then slowly as time went on, we just kind of started sticking around home and not going out as much as we usually do, and that's usually a big part of our lives, is just getting out every weekend and like going and doing stuff. And I mean, there was like a mountain right near our house, and we started barely even climbing it. So
Yeah, it was time to have a different scene.
yeah, we needed a new scene, and that new scene is the lovely Chiang Mai. Of course.
So Chiang Mai, what are some of your goals, Jason, that you hope to meet in Chiang Mai?
Yeah, so with Chiang Mai, you know, I'm looking forward to wrapping up my degree. Yeah, I've got finished all my exams, so I just have to do some assignments and that one last course to do, but there's no exam in that, so I should be all set. Just kind of live in Chiang Mai, work, enjoy the weather, and I also have goals of exercising. You know, with our lack of activity in Korea, you know, started to get a little out of shape. So I'd like to get back into fighting form again. Yeah, and of course, you know, I'd love to meet a whole bunch of new people, a bunch of travelers, and that really inspires you to get moving and get doing stuff. Yeah, and yeah, the big thing though, finish that degree and you know, start building our site and sharing our experiences.
That's right. You know, I just have to say that my reasons for being in Chiang Mai are exactly the same. It comes down to fitness and health, socialization, working on our projects, well, my projects, media projects, as well as traveling here in Chiang Mai and around.
Of course.
I just need that spice again. So,
So
yeah.
what are you looking forward to the most then in Chiang Mai?
Well, I have to say I'm looking forward to meeting a lot of interesting and fun people.
Yeah, there will be a lot of travelers there. So yeah, we should have a good chance to meet all kinds of fun and interesting people doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
As you know, I love meeting new people, and
yes.
people usually inspire me with their stories. I'm always
Exactly.
fascinated and curious, and hence that is why I'd love to interview people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, you've got your human stories unveiled
That's
on
right.
your YouTube channel, Rajni Sharma YouTube channel. So anybody can check those out if you haven't before.
And
So interviewing some interesting people.
And now we also have our channel.
Yes, of course. We just are starting our own channel. So we're excited about that. We'll be putting up some videos soon. And I mean, we'll try and share as much of our experience as we can, of course.
And I have to give Jason the credit for coming up with the name.
Peregrination, yeah.
Yes.
I thought it would be kind of a little unique and interesting.
That's right.
And for myself, looking forward to in Chiang Mai, of course, meeting our goals and doing that stuff. But I'm looking forward to some food, actually.
Right. How did I miss that?
I don't know, man.
But that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I will miss Korean food right away. I like Korean food, but it was just like the other things in Korea. We'd been there a while, and starting to lose its luster. So now Thai food, always loved Thai food, get to eat it all the time. And there's probably a lot more easier access to more international and interesting options in Chiang Mai rather than where we lived in Seoul. So
because there's a lot of foreigners there and expats and digital nomads and then tourists that come from China also.
And Thais can make good food. So
let me ask you a question. So where would you rank Thai cuisine for you?
For me, Thai cuisine is number one.
Number one? Really?
Number
Get
one.
out.
Yes.
I don't know if I can talk to you anymore. What about Indian food?
Indian food's good. I love Indian food too. But I like Thai food more.
But that's not what you say when you eat butter chicken, do you? Or should I say naan?
Naan. I love naan, but
God.
Thailand has no naan.
Thailand, I love their flavors, the coconut curry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's the classics like green curry and all the different curries, but I'm looking forward to trying a bunch of different dishes.
Yeah, like every time we have come to Thailand, we usually go with the popular dishes, like
pad
thai, red curry, green curry, papaya salad, and all that. I want to step it up a notch and actually try what the locals eat.
Go and where the locals eat. I probably won't know the names of half the stuff that we eat because it'll be in Thai or something, but just point to the picture and hopefully it tastes good. And usually the places we go to in Thailand, they usually are good. Honestly, the worst places are usually the ones designed for tourists, like that are really popular for tourists.
I agree.
Yeah, they usually make it like too salty or taste bad or something. So
the best ones are the local restaurants.
Yeah, right on. Yeah.
They just know how to make it really
exactly,
good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking really forward to Chiang Mai.
Oh, you know what else I'm looking forward to? There's a big Sunday market in Chiang Mai.
And a Saturday market as well.
Yes. So
every weekend, right?
Night markets in Chiang Mai every weekend. So, going around exploring those. I mean, we already did once, obviously, when
Last
we first
year,
came. Yeah. But those were fun. They're probably pretty touristy. I'm sure we'll get tired of them or something. But there's always food there.
Always.
So much stuff. And just the atmosphere can be pretty fun. So.
Just a nice little walk
right on.
during the evening.
So basically that's our experience so far. We're looking forward to things. We're getting ready to open this whole new chapter in our lives and close the book on another chapter in Korea.
Which has been really awesome.
Absolutely love Korea, but it's done. I'll always have a place in my heart, but I'm ready to move on.
Same here. Korea will always have a really good place in my heart.
It's given us a lot.
Us a lot, yeah.
So thanks, Korea. And thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you. Hope you guys keep listening.
Yeah, of course. So don't forget to check out videos on our YouTube channel. That will be called Peregrination also. And listen to our podcast. We'll put the podcast up on YouTube also.
And we have a Facebook page.
We'll start a Facebook page too. And
Instagram as well. We have it all. Twitter.
Oh, yeah. We'll get all our social medias going. And in the next episode, we'll try and tell you more about what's going on with that. Okay? So, signing off.
Later.
Bye.